Research does not only happen in labs and libraries.
Beyond these settings, it also happens through creative practice, experimentation, and collaboration.
That go beyond the limits of the word, of the page, if you will, to explore notions that are invisible, that are hard to articulate.
What we can't elicit from interviews, from polls, from the normal kinds of ways in which we gather and disseminate knowledge.
The Antitheses platform has instigated an arts research funding scheme,
Creating new collaborations between artists and researchers in ethics and humanities.
What we're doing today is a workshop which brings together the artists and researchers. We can develop new and interesting ways of thinking, of engaging and conceptualizing that wouldn't have been available without bringing people with very different worldviews together.
Academic research is in quite a challenging time around members of the public seeing the value of the kind of research that happens at universities and actually feeling part of that research.
We can see almost a siloing of these different areas in various aspects of topics relevant to society.
A lot of the kind of dismissing of expertise at the moment is really terrifying. I do think there's a challenge for people who have expertise, who have got this big knowledge gap, about making sure that they're taking us all on that journey with them, because otherwise they're kind of isolated over here holding something really important, precious, but if the rest of us feel excluded from that knowledge or feel that that knowledge is very biased or runs counter to something that we instinctively see and experience and feel, we need to be taken on a journey with that.
It matters particularly right now who gets to produce knowledge. Can art be a way in which we understand key information? Oftentimes in traditional normative methods, you may not be able to capture perhaps the emotion of that encounter in the setting. I do believe the arts can really bring out this kind of subjectivity.
The Antitheses project as a whole is trying to find ways to engage effectively and creatively with disagreement and polarization. Around the time of COVID, we thought polarization might be a passing phase, but actually several years on, we realized this is actually the state of the world that we're going to have to find ways of living with effectively.
Short 3, take 3. Action.
I'm working with Nazaria Arts Collective, and this is a grassroots art-based organization in Mumbai looking to use filmmaking and arts-based inquiry. Is what role does audiovisual storytelling play when it comes to asking questions of intergenerational transmission of knowledge?
So Jamie, who I'm working with, has done a PhD, he's doing a postdoc, and he's sort of deep into a bioethics world. And I make theatre.
Theatre at its best can really engage and empower audiences. Having this as a new kind of research approach can really bridge that divide between members of the public and the work people are doing at universities.
Yeah, we're so excited.
In 2025 to 2026, this Wellcome-funded platform will support 7 projects across the humanities, social sciences, and medical sciences in exploring disagreement and polarization through the arts.
By incorporating creative practice into research, the scheme challenges how research is done, who it includes, and who it is for. This arts funding scheme will test and challenge the way we do research in academia.